clinic. This is a clinic of courage. This is a clinic of honoring universal intelligence that created our body, and our body is able to heal from all of this stuff. Okay? And understand something. Man is a manipulator, and they've just tried to manipulate us. That's all. I'm not falling for it. Okay? I fell for it before, and I'm not going to do it again. Okay? It's not going down. So mind your own business. Let's see if you can have a slight smile on your face all day, and you don't need a reason to smile because you are living in the glory of God and knowing that you were created and your spirit's going to live forever. And yes, somewhere you said, I could come down here to this life-challenging, fun-filled game called Earth, and I could rock it. Well, let me just say this. From the minute you get here, you're programmed, and only 1 out of 10,000 actually rock this show. Okay? Maybe 1 out of 100,000 actually ascend from this and go somewhere else. I don't know. I don't know how this thing goes. You know, there's 1,500 different religions, and they're all right, and everybody thinks that everybody else is wrong. And the reality is as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're happy, as long as you have unconditional love for yourself, and as long as you learn from your mistakes and you don't burn from them, you have a really good chance of not having a disease or freaking out or thinking you need to wear a mask or get a vaccination or hide in the house or lock down and destroy your life to save what? Anyways, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolf. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about our advanced water fasting. And we're going to be going through 32 questions, hopefully today. If I can keep it short enough, I'm going to go through that. I might even take some live ones if I move quick enough. Eh, Sean?
If we move fast enough.
If we move fast enough. Isn't that the deal?
Put their questions in the comments.
What?
They got to put their questions in the comments.
Yeah, you got to put your questions also underneath here on YouTube and Facebook. And understand something, everyone. If I don't get to your questions, it's all good, okay? Because I'm going. We've got lots of shows coming up this week, and but I will be coming on with my phone and doing the Q&As throughout next week as well to just help you people with fasting. Because a lot of people, you know, even though I'm talking a lot, you should see the questions coming in, because they don't even understand. Okay, first of all, I get it. I probably would be dead, seriously, and if not dead, in the hospital, if I wasn't in the health business, okay? With my AAA personality, I always overdo everything, but I'm trying to calm down, okay? And the reality is this, God bless you. And the reality is that health is a language, and you know what? I got all the patience in the world for you, and you got this. Be patient with yourself. I will answer your question, and I will answer it even if it's the same person. I'll answer it 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, because guess what? I wish somebody would be patient with me, just as I need to be patient with you. Okay. So anyways, if you'd like to join our newsletter, go to docofdetox.com, or you can go to itioh.com and then just join our Braveheart Tribal Nation. And why would you do that? Well, because if they take us off of media, completely all the media platforms, at least we'll have your email. We'll be old school, and I promise you we're not going to banter you with sales. Oh, buy this, do this. I promise I won't. But the reality is, after I said that, okay, putting my foot in my mouth, 1 minute tonight, 1 minute to the hour. Today's Thursday, so that would be 1 minute to 12 a.m. tonight. No, 12 a.m.? Yeah, 12 a.m. Tonight, we start our spring into summer Braveheart sale. So you'll see things up to 25% off, okay? So for those of you who want to come and get involved into the fasting, you can get that, and there's a lot of other things too, okay? And I've got other things planned throughout the summer as well, and yeah, just know that we got you. Next thing is, if you want to go see some really great information, and I mean great information that you're not going to see anywhere, go to my Telegram. Download Telegram on your phone or on your computer, and then my Telegram is t.me/the, you have to put the in, the Doc of Detox. And there's the stuff they don't want you to see. I will not do any fear-mongering thing. I will not put any garbage in there. I'm putting things in to just show you what I believe is really going on. And the reality is don't even go there. If you're the type of person that pushes the panic button all day long, then you need to stay away from everything, and you need to learn to write a new program, to tell a new story. And understand something. Those people that are having anxiety, those people are having panic attacks, heart attacks, fart attacks, okay? You were having them before COVID, okay? All right? You were having them before COVID, but now COVID has just made you into a rocket. And that's why we see suicides have gone up 3 to 10 times in certain areas in North America. And we have seen that the hospital's not been full of COVID. We know that. It's been full of heart attack, fart attack, okay? It's been full of people having panic attacks because that person had a program where they push the panic button all the time. And that means that that person is addicted to adrenaline and cortisol. Yeah, guess what? We're all addicted to hormones. I love serotonin and I love dopamine. And you want to know something? As soon as you start to feel like panic coming on, if you go 3, 2, 1, I got this, and you stay in your conscious mind, it turns it into excitement. Did you hear what I said? So let me tell you something. If you don't want to do Braveheart, Love Band, Life Band, snap back into the present moment, give yourself a kiss. This is a hug. If you don't want to do that simple little thing and repeat it 10,000 times, then guess what? Then just get ready and know that the hospital will be your best friend. And well, will it really? I would call it a frenemy, to be honest with you. And the reality is, when's the last time you went to the hospital and they gave you good news, or you love waiting around all that time? So the reality is don't wait around. Take massive personal action and learn how to unconditionally love that beautiful body of yours by feeding your spirit. Okay? Now, let's keep going. Send in your live questions. If I don't get them today, trust me, I'm going to be putting them up. And then when next week, I'm going to be on the go a lot. So I'm not going to be doing scheduled things as much. I'm going to be coming on Facebook, okay? And then my team will be putting it on YouTube and then putting it on Telegram the next day. But if you want to have the stuff right now today live, then you got to join Facebook. You know what? I don't like Facebook either, okay? But the reality is it's the platform that I can actually reach. You know, I hope you know, we have hundreds of thousands of people that watch this show around the world. Yeah, you would be surprised. I bet you we're in at least 30, 40 different countries right now. And it's growing, okay? And I love it. You know what? There's my high. And it's not about an ego high. There's my high saying, hi, my brothers and sisters around the world. And understand something. I promise never to join any of the armed forces that come over and attack you. I love you. I am never going to come and fight the war for the elites. I'm going to fight the war for us, the people. That's it. So understand something. You find me a war that we had to go and fight because we were fighting because some other country was coming in to attack us. Good luck. You might find one, you might find two. The game's been rigged. Okay, let's move on. Okay. As you know, I'm going to be doing a 22-day New World Practitioner course, May the 9th to the 30th in Playa del Carmen, Mexico, in the jungle. Bungle in the jungle with me. And I'm going to be teaching whole life coach certification, Wolf non-surgical, and we're going to have a great time. You know, we're going to actually be doing teachings, and you got to bring your bathing suit. And if you don't want it, you can just put your feet in the water. But the cenotes are right outside the classroom. And we actually have a cenote that we can dive into. And there's actually, it cut out. Sean?
It's just the earpiece radio. You're still good.
Am I good?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. So we actually have this cenote that it's about 20 feet from the front door of our beautiful training room, training class. It's huge in the jungle. And there's a turtle in there. And I've already swam with him, just so you know. We're getting to know each other when I was down in Mexico. So May the 9th to the 30th, check it out at itioh.com. And we're going to be putting up a funnel, and that's going to be going up in the next 24 hours to 48 hours. So if you go to you got to put this in though, www.newworldpractitioner.com. We have a funnel that's going to show you everything about the Playa del Carmen course. Now, the Kelowna course we're not showing, but it's still a 22-day course, June the 5th to the 25th. And the reason being is we only have 4 spots left, whereas in Mexico, we still have 8 more spots left. Okay? That's it. That's all. Let's keep moving here. So here's your questions, everyone. Christian, I look at myself, doctor, and I have been allowing toxic relationship in my life. I don't eat much. I don't drink alcohol at all. My addiction has been this relationship. So I'm ready to rewrite my codes, cells, and cell memory. Well, actually, you're right about that, Kristen. But if I can say this, that you can't rewrite your cells until you rewrite the story in your subconscious. People don't get this, and also, Kristen, you're addicted to a toxic relationship because your parents had a toxic relationship. And whether we want to believe this or not, whoever we hang around with, the 5 people we hang around with the most, we become that average. And seeing that your parents, when you got here, you went, oh my gosh, earth gods, anything they do has got to be amazing. And then what we do is we learn to walk and talk just like them, but they don't know that. So when they think we're being bad, we're just acting like them. Go figure. They punish us. Isn't that something? So we live in a judgment society, not in a justice society. So remember, you were just with these 2 parents. God loved them. They loved you the best they could, but find me an adult that's not adulterated. Go figure, eh? Okay, so you have to take a look at learning how to love yourself. And, everybody's going, oh my God, this love you, whatever. But if you can totally forgive yourself, totally, to the point that you don't have to forgive yourself anymore. Okay, the church would tell you no, that if you forgive yourself too fast, you'll probably kill someone. Or if you don't make yourself into a sinner, or you don't feel like you're a failure, or you don't feel like you're full of guilt, then you just won't be safe to society. Well, I have no guilt. I'm not a sinner, and I'm not a failure. And today I will fail probably 20 times because we're trying to do these big projects. But guess what? They're not failures. They're practice runs until I get it right. And understand this, sweetheart. If you want to change your life, you got to rewrite your story, which means you got to have the prominent belief. I have a prominent belief in your subconscious, no longer saying I'm looking for toxic people because that's the type of love I'm used to. God love your parents, but that's the type of love you're used to. So until you have brought up the love for yourself, you're not going to look for someone else to love you more. Let me tell you something. I totally and unconditionally love myself. And if somebody else comes into my life and they don't totally unconditionally love me, because I have to totally unconditionally love my kids no matter what they do. Whether my kids rode off a car, which they did. Whether they got caught drinking and driving, which they did. Whether they had drugs in the house, which they had. Whether they stole from me, which they did, okay? I love them anyway, because my God, if you think you're going to come down to this planet, damn it, I got to say that, I am not a fallen angel. I am not a sinner. I wasn't born a sinner, but my father told me I was. I was born in a born-again Christian family, God love him. Guess what? How do you come down to this muckety muck? You know what? Right now, guess what? A year from now, I'm going to tell you something right now. Crime is going to go up 2 to 3 times because of what has gone down. They force people to become criminals. They force us to get sick because we're not at ease. Don't you dare tell me that I'm a little sinner or a failure. Well, you can. I'm not accepting your gift. The reality is, Kristen, is that you need to know this. The day that you totally love yourself and you mind your own business and you don't need anybody else's approval and you don't take things personal, even if somebody says, you're a da-da-da. Hey, do you want to know something, Kristen? I get you're a da-da-da every day. I got people telling me to go, you know what, every day. Because guess what? My beliefs don't match the majority out there. The reality is guess what? Who am I harming? Who am I hurting? And then I've got even my own relatives that are telling me with my attitude, I'll probably go to hell. I'll go to hell. I'll go to hell because I love myself and I've decided I will love everybody on this planet. I may not like their beliefs. Yeah, sure. Yeah, like that's going to happen. So that I don't care if the whole world told me that. I don't believe it because guess what? I'm at ease. I'm 60, almost 65. I'm totally healthy. My parents at 55 weren't even on this planet anymore. They died of cancer and heart disease. So understand something, Kristen. You love yourself, girl. And understand this. I say stay single until you bring up your vibration that you will not allow any type of emotional, physical, or sexual abuse happen to you. Yesterday, a really beautiful lady came here. And she's had pain in her groin area and inside her legs. So we did the Wolf non-surgical and we pulled the scar tissue apart. I said, she goes, why look at this, look at this. I had my treatment yesterday with you and look at the bruising. And I go, wow. And she goes, what do you think it's from? And I said, well, I don't know. Did you do something that there was pounding on your thighs, in their thighs? And she said, only thing I can remember when I was getting the work done was sexual abuse. And I said, bingo. So understand, issues in your tissues. So understand, every disease is is your body trying to heal. I'll prove this with my new article coming out, emotional chemistry of cancer, disease, and healing. And understand this, and we didn't even go that deep. So when you do clapping even, Kristen, if you clap and you bruise somewhere, you'll go red, but if you bruise somewhere, that means that you have rotting tissue. That means you have rotten blood. That's right, toxic blood. And that's because you have toxic issues in your tissues, in your bloodstream. Boom, that's it, okay? And understand something. I don't mind anybody coming on my show and challenging me, so that's that. So if you think I'm saying something and I'm leading somebody astray, come on and we'll do a live doc demo. And that's any doctor, any practitioner, anybody out there that thinks they know better. Because the reality is everything I teach is truthful and it gives the power back to us so-called little people. Okay? All right, so love yourself well, girl. And put a little mini you here and see what kind of abuse that you create to yourself and what you allow the world to do. And then bring that down to zero. And the next time you fall in love, Kristen, that guy's going to be high vibrational. And guess what? He's going to say, yes, Kristen, I do love, respect, and honor myself. But guess what? I'm going to do the same for you. Together, we'll come together as two spirit beings and we'll shine the light on this world. Okay? Because guess what? Whether anybody believes this or not, and please, this is in my, I'm releasing, okay? It was called I Am Woman, but I got to change it. I've been working on it for 2 years, and that'll be. I've got a new name for it. I can't remember. I think it's called Braveheart Woman. Okay, and when I'm done that, I'm going to show that the church 5,000 years ago pinned man against woman. That's right, and that's why we bicker today. They pinned us against us, and I show that. I'm not going to war with any woman ever. I love women. If it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be here. Women, their ovaries are bigger than every man's testicles I've seen. Okay? End of story. All right. Kristen, hope that helped. Marina, I used your products with my last water fast. It was exceptional. Thanks, love. Krista, how much water and Himalayan salt do you think it all at once or throughout the day? Okay, first of all, I already said that I will take when I do a water fast, okay, and I start my morning every day with it when I'm doing the water fast. I don't do salt all the time. When I'm doing the water fast, I'll take a level tablespoon and I'll put it into a quart of hot water. Now, I had someone call me this morning and she said, Dr. Wolf, I tried it out. I put a teaspoon in 16 ounces. It was really salty. Yeah, it is. So why don't you just put it in 1 teaspoon in a quart of water and drink that, a hot water? Because guess what? The more water, the better. Oh my God, don't want to burn out my kidneys. Let me tell you something. Do you know what practitioners and doctors like to say out there? Don't drink too much water because you could drown or you could burn out your kidneys. I've never seen that happen. The only time that you'll have that happen where you've got a problem is when somebody already has kidney disease. That means that the pump is broke. That means that you're going to have to learn how to heal the tissue in those kidneys. That's the only time. That's the only time. Okay? All right. Lydia, do we still have to take our regular vitamins like D and C with the fast? No, Lydia, okay, first of all, I just want to say this. You don't have to take anything. You know what people are saying to me? Dr. Wolf, I have no money. Dr. Wolf, if I was rich. You know what? Okay, whatever. You don't need to say this to me, people. I'm going to say this to you. You don't have to buy my products. Go buy someone else's products. Don't buy any products. The reality is I've got people actually bantering me because they think I'm trying to, oh yeah, here he comes, trying to do it. Listen to me. You got water? You got good salt? Go fast. If you go to my fasting guide, 6-day advanced water fasting guide, everything is in there. It's in my library. Just read through it. It is so well done. We put probably 200 hours into orchestrating that for you. And understand, when I talk about products, I've got people out there that are really sick. And you want to know something? You go and you try to do a water fast with just salt and water. It's going to be difficult, but you can do it. I know you got it in you. But when you do a water fast with ATP, fulvic acid, concentrate, and Ormus minerals. Where are those? Okay. Oh, here we are. Behind the ATP. Ormus minerals. That's 3 things. Okay? Guess what? The ATP bypasses the Krebs cycle, tastes sweet, gives you instant energy. Ormus minerals has the minerals you need, okay, to stay balanced so that you don't feel hypoglycemic, so that you don't feel nauseous, so that you don't feel weak, okay? And the fulvic acid, it doesn't turn on your digestive tract either. And it goes in and it fills itself up 3 times its weight with heavy metals and acidity. That's right. And it delivers 60 micronutrients to your cells that it doesn't turn on your digestive tract. So this is why we do this, okay? Now, so you would mix 1 teaspoon of fulvic acid in every quart of water throughout your day minimum. What you would do is take the Ormus minerals, 1 eyedropper, a minimum of 3 times a day. And what you do with the ATP, okay, is take 1 eyedropper full of ATP 3 times a day. And you can do more of these things if you need more support. Have no money? Himalayan salt, real salt, sea salt, Celtic salt, water. Try to make sure that your water, I would not use distilled or reverse osmosis. Water's a food. It's hard to digest. I would use real spring water from a spring, or I would use a carbon filter and filter your water, or you could use Kangen water, or if you have a structure unit, our structure units are on sale tonight, 1 minute to midnight. And these have a 90-day money-back guarantee. So, and they never break down, never wear out. And I'll put this under a tap anywhere around the world if the water comes out clear. And guess what? Even if there's heavy metals, even if there's chemicals in it, I'm not scared of it. I've been doing this now for 20 years, drinking out of a structure unit. Under taps everywhere around the world. Mexico, India. You don't have to believe it if you don't want to. And you can say, oh my gosh, he's crazy. No, you're crazy. You're crazy if you think that bottled water is healthy. That's crazy, especially if it's in a plastic jug. What do you call water that's stagnant? I call it a swamp. Okay. All right. Now, Lydia, do we still have, no, we don't, you're not going to take vitamin D or C. You can't take anything that's going to turn on the digestive tract. I've got amazing products, but we don't need to do them. We need to make sure the digestive tract shuts right down so we go into autophagy and stem cell making. And understand this. You can also add our super cinnamon, our lemon lift, and our orange burst essential oils to your drinking water. And guess what that does? Shuts off the urge to eat, and you don't need to eat. Okay? Your body wants to go in, and what does it do? Can you believe that it actually gets calories from tumors, from fat cells, from scar tissue? That's right, it breaks it down. And it doesn't go in and break down your muscles and your healthy tissue. It actually excites them on the mitochondria level to heal. That's right. So, and the other thing is those people that are in a chronic condition, or those people that have the money, can do Merigen while they're on the fast. Merigen creates more stem cells than any other product. What do you think ATP does? It creates stem cells. That's right. So we're going to help create as much stem cells as we can, but Merigen, while you're on the fast, will help to pull calcium that's displaced back into your bones to help to reverse osteoporosis, osteopenia. But it doesn't just do that. It balances your bloodstream pH. And guess what? And your tissue pH. And guess what? Calcium ions, which are invisible, only product in the world that's actually a true calcium product. Give me any other calcium product and I'll tell you something. It slows down osteoporosis. It doesn't reverse it. Show me science. You're not going to find it. You're going to see all the science in the world that proves this. That's why you have to call in to buy this product, because the FDA told us we can't stop you from selling it because it has no negative side effects, and the science is true, but it's too powerful. So they won't let us put it in the store. You have to call in to order it because they can't stop us from selling it because it's non-toxic, and it's just the biggest scientific nutritional breakthrough in 75 years. All right. It comes in other things, like the Merigen comes in Cardigan for the joints, Dentagen for the jaw and teeth, Ozo for little children, and then Alzagen for Alzheimer's and memory problems, ADD, things like that. But you can go see that in my library go to my library. You know what, people? Just go to my library. I mean, it is a wealth of information that you would have to pay for from other people. And go in there and go take a look at the ionic calcium guide. Okay? All right. Number 5. What do we do for a cyst? Okay, first of all, you got to understand something, Christina. The cyst is usually found where? Usually with a woman on her ovaries. And if you didn't get the cyst, you might have ovarian cancer or an ovarian tumor, because a cyst is a pustule, like a pimple, but it's internal. And that cyst is holding pus. So the reality is that we know that cysts are caused from leaky gut, meaning the large intestine, your poop particles going into your pelvis and your bloodstream. So the reality is if we go in and we look after the large intestine and get you on something like daily cleansing tea right away, and daily cleansing tea is not a laxative or a stimulant. You can take it morning and night for the rest of your life. Oh, and you will reduce weight. You'll slim down. Oh, and guess what? You'll relieve yourself of 85% of all the negative symptoms that everybody else suffers from when you do something like this. And don't believe me, but go look at the study that the Royal Society of Medicine, which is the medical arm in Great Britain, said that 85% of all negative symptoms and diseases can be relieved when you look after your large intestine on a daily basis. Okay? Because your large intestine is the holy grail of your immune system. So to get rid of the cysts, believe it or not, we have women that have come to us and we do Wolf non-surgical, and we can get rid of the cyst in one treatment. And that's by pulling the scar tissue apart, and then the cyst lets go, and then the body gets rid of the actual infection. Because you got to get rid of it one way or the other. I mean, if you don't get rid of it, it can grow, and then you could grow a fibroid or a tumor, and then they'll tell you they'll keep an eye on it, and then when it's big enough, they'll go in and cut it out. And women are calling me every other day, and I'm not kidding, with anything the size of a grape to actually the size of a cantaloupe in their pelvis. That's how much pooping in the pelvis they do. And that's why prostate cancer has gone up 40%, and that's why they say it'll go up 400% by the year 2030, because we're rotting out That's right. And you know what? I just love this. I can ask anybody, how's your bowel movements? And everybody goes, great. How often do you go? Once a day, but sometimes I don't go. And I'll go, guess what? You should be going 3 times a day. And then I got to know what it looks like. Oh, it's fine. No, you need to tell me what it looks like. Because I have people that have bowel cancer and they go 3 times a day. So if somebody said, oh, I go 3 times a day, because your poop is a computer. It can tell you exactly how you're doing every day for your health. And you can see that in my Perfect Day Guide. I show you your child's poo, teenager poo, adult poo. It's up to you. It's a computer printout, okay? All right? A cyst can be relieved. Everybody, you know what? Jump in and do my fast if you want. If you don't, sit on the sidelines. But understand this. Spend $150 and get a consult. Are you worth $150? And then I'm going to give you lifetime support. No extra charge. And we're going to do a 1-hour consult and we'll send you the audio. How's that? Do you know anyone else is going to do that? Okay, Lydia, will the fast help with my constant constipation? No, it will help, but you need to do the daily cleansing tea. Now, understand something, everybody. So understand, you're not going to get this all today. You're learning a new language, and when you learn a new language, it's not like, oh yeah, I went and took one course on Spanish, and I'm so good at it now. So it's going to take time for you to get it. But understand, Lydia, are you ready for this? Constipation is caused by a glicky sticky diet, an inflammatory diet. But the very start of it all was what? Lydia is having problems letting go of some emotional issues. So if I had a problem letting go of something, do you think it would affect me physically? And how does it affect me physically? Well, it's like putting a cork up your butt. Okay, sweetie? All right. So I'd look at the tea. I'd look at drinking more water, structured water, and I'd look at doing the whole plant-based diet. Now, everybody, if you want to do this fast, then you should be going to my Perfect Day Guide, okay, right now. You should be just going there when this is done. And go look at the Perfect Day diet, if nothing else. Oh my God, do that. It's like, why don't you put some lubrication on and WD-40 on those rusty hinges so the door will open, and then let's do the fast. And why not do it for, some people only go 6 hours. Some people go 6 days. Okay? All right? If you didn't see it, I did an interview, and I'm going to replay it this week with a beautiful lady, Mary Jo. And Mary Jo lost 40 pounds. Yes, that's right. She did. And on the last fast, I think she lost 26 pounds. I'm actually going to be doing an interview, okay, with a couple on Saturday, okay? And it's called, what's it called? A Journey of Love or something. And with the two of them, and their marriage was a rocky, and you know what? And he was overweight, and she was really overweight. Wait till you see how much weight they lost, and wait till you hear what they're going to be telling you about their relationship now. Oh, let me tell you, overweight people and toxic people have beautiful relationships. Oh, you know what? The more inflamed you are, the more in love you are with your body, and the more in love you are with everybody else. Are we like kidding? You know what? I love how society is now pushing big is beautiful. Guess what? All of these clothing places are getting behind the food corporations, and let's have them eat themselves to death. Okay? 80% of the population in North America is pre-diabetic. Okay? 89%, sorry. 89% of the population is overweight. 40% is obese. Big is not beautiful. Everybody's spirit's beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. But guess what? These health conditions are going to blow up in everybody's face, and you're getting set up. They don't care about you. And you know what? I put myself on the line all the time, and there'll be somebody coming on Facebook right now going, who are you to talk like that? I don't know. Who are you to be unconscious of the fact that your family loves you and they want you to be healthy and stay around? It's all about love. Okay. So drinking hot water will help constipation in the morning. I always tell everyone, do a quart of hot water in the morning with with a teaspoon to a tablespoon of tummy love, depending on your budget. And if you don't want to do any of that, put a pinch of salt in. Okay? I'm always going to give you alternatives, everyone, whether you believe this or not. Money doesn't rule me, but I'll tell you what money does do. How do you think I come on here and do this show and pay Sean and pay Tara and pay Drake? Yeah. Well, you know, every time I do a show, I have a staff of 4 people manning the shows that I do. I need everybody to wake up and understand that I'm awake and I get it. But I need everybody to wake up and understand it. Okay, and why don't you prove something? Don't ever buy anything from me. Call us every day with a question and find out if we love and respect you. There. That should put that to bed. Okay? Because I'll tell you why. Because this week has been like no other week. I guess maybe it's COVID. Everybody feels that the end of the world's coming. Money's going to run out. And then it's like we're getting it. And I love the part how natural health practitioners are always under the microscope. But when it comes to the medical system and their drugs and all the things they do, okay? Yeah, I think you know where I'm going. Susan, I have an autoimmune. What would I need? Well, autoimmune means you're attacking yourself, Susan. So on an emotional level, which becomes a physical level, and that's the God's truth. Everything starts off emotional before it's physical. And understand this. We are frequency, light energy, electrical human beings. End of story. And if you've got an autoimmune disease, then you are inflamed and you've been pushing the panic button too much. And if you go and get a consultation, it's $150. If you don't feel it was worth way that, we'll refund your money. The reality is this. How would you like to have a team? How would you like to be able to call us? And you got one little question, boom. One little question, boom. And I don't care if you call 5 times a day. Susan, you can call as often as you want because you're not dumb. We've been given dumb health plans that are dumbing us up. Understand, people are not dumb. Their beliefs are, okay? And let's get some smart beliefs so that we can reawaken ourselves to our greatest ability. Golda, I am a big fan of you, dear doc. I like to question everything. Please go right ahead. Which naturals are anti-molds and not killing good microflora? Structured water from the sky can't be the same as this device, as there is more than what the device does. Not sure what you just said, but actually, rain is structured water. Okay? I tried water fasting and had weakness and dizziness. Well, that's because you probably didn't drink the right water, because you got to digest water. And most people are always dehydrated. Okay? Even when they drink lots of water. Because when structured water, you have to understand something, everyone. In one water droplet, there's 2,500 to 3,000 sheets. Sheets, very thin microscopic sheets. When you run it through a structure unit, it stretches them out like a choo-choo train so that they can go directly into the aquaporin of the cell without taking any energy from your body. Go figure. That's right. You get to keep the energy. You get hydrated. Whatever information, communication, nutrition is in that water, it's going to dump off. And because it's structured water, which means the memory has been erased from all the people who drank it. I mean, we got rid of the frequency. We might not have gotten rid of the physical part, but the physical part's not going to hurt you after you structure it. That's going to go in, and it's going to load itself up with toxins, and it's going to come out. Because why? Because structured water has the lowest surface tension of all water. There. Okay. Let me see. It means first I have to detox. Yes, that's true. But you got to get the cork out, get your bowels moving. And can I get the certificate? It's on our website, love. The certificate of analysis for the fulvic and humic is on our website, and it's also in the humic and fulvic guide, okay? We have the certificate of analysis. Understand something. And there's no radioactive substances. There's no heavy metals. There's no molds in our products. If there was, I wouldn't sell them, okay? All right? And it's okay for you to ask. I don't mind. But the certificate of analysis is on our website, and it's also in the humic fulvic guide, which you'll find in the library. Lydia, how do you heal toe fungus? Well, understand, people aren't going to like what I got to say. And even practitioners probably will go, yeah, whatever. So that's okay too. 1 second. When you have toe fungus, you have systemic fungus throughout your whole body. Okay. You know, should I just tell it like it is? Should I? Seriously. You know what? I'll tell you what. Maybe you don't want to come on this show anymore, okay? Maybe I'm too hard for you. Maybe you can't take what I got to say. And you know what I say to people? You can't take this. You're not ready for this. Vaginitis, sinusitis, toe fungus, jock itch, eczema, psoriasis. I can keep going if you want. It's a whole list. And understand something. Fungus, you're not supposed to have fungus until you're dead. You're not supposed to have fungus until your body is dying. Okay? Where do you see fungus? You'll see fungus growing on trees that are sick. Or what will you do? You'll see fungus, tons of fungus on what? A dead tree that's on the ground rotting. Am I right or wrong? Help me out here. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Where will you see brown and moldy spots on fruit? Will you see it when it's freshly picked or when you don't want to eat it anymore? Understand something. Antibiotics take yeast that's in the body. We need yeast. It's healthy to have yeast. Yeast is important. The main time that you'll see fungus in someone, believe it or not, is cancer. Is when they've done antibiotics, because antibiotics take the yeast and turn the yeast into fungus. And then the fungus drills holes through your large intestine and your small intestine. Then we call it leaky gut, but mainly your large intestine. Now you're pooping into your blood stream, and the fungus is going right through these pinholes because you have what's called tight junctions, one layer thick in your intestines. So now that gets pulled apart, and guess what? You're a screen door in a submarine and you're pooping into yourself. How do you think you got the toe fungus? Because you got fungus in your blood, in your lymph. You've got fungus from the tip of your toe to your nose now. You know what? You got to get serious about fungus. It roots itself in. It roots itself in. And you know what? When you see that toe fungus leave your toes, then you're getting cleaned up. But the reality is, if you're going to do flower products, if you're going to do sugars, okay, and if you're going to have low vibrational thoughts, I'm going to tell you something, and you know, some people don't care for the way I speak, but the reality is fungus can't live in me. Worms can't live in me. Cancer can't live in me. You got to understand something. You have to have a vibration to, okay, so would you go to a biker bar where everybody's shooting up on heroin? No. Well, because it's not your environment. So no worms are going to, what do you think? Fungus is created in the human body. Okay? Everybody's going, okay, Dr. Wolf, I was in this house, I was in this basement, and we found mold. Yes, I know it's not good for you, but the problem was you were moldy already. The mold just set it off. You were moldy already. You're an oldie, moldy, goldie. Okay? That's the deal. And understand something. Fungus, cancer is a fungus. Do you get this? You don't get rid of the toe fungus. You are going to have cancer someday. Now, people are going, oh my God, he just freaked me out. He's trying to scare me. No, I'm not. You know what? If everybody was told that if they got toe fungus, that is a really bad situation. But guess what? You want to go out there, and why don't you just go out to the mall and pull everybody's shoes off, and you're going to find that 3 out of 10 people, maybe even up to 40%, all have toe fungus already. Yellow toes, green toes, black toes. And understand something. when you start clapping, what do you think you're going to see? Green, black, and brown come up. And do you know what that is? Yeah, I already told you what it is. It's rotting tissue. But the thing is it all comes to the surface. Are you going to deal with it? Are you going to keep clapping? Are you going to keep clapping to get that out of your body? It's all about circulation. You won't have a pain. You won't have fungus anywhere if the circulation was great. But understand, the circulation is the slowest in your toes. So where do you think it's all going to settle with gravity and where the circulation is the slowest? Oh, and then the reality is, if you've got fungus or you've got some kind of infection, now you're going to have antibiotics that go and blow it up and make more fungus. You get chemotherapy, you're full of fungus. What do you think antibiotics are? They're a form of chemotherapy. Let me tell you something. So you eat animal products, they're not free range and organic, and you think it's silly to buy that stuff? Oh, well then you're eating antibiotics and hormones and steroids every day. And you're also eating from an abused animal, and any animal that's abused has a low vibration. How do you feel when you're abused? Are you up or are you down? So that animal's going to have a lot of fungus in it. You know what I decided? I decided that the day that I'm not willing to tell the truth, it's not about fear-mongering. It's not about scaring you to buy my products. Go buy someone else's products then. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. The reality is do you want to know what's really going on with your body? Do you want to love yourself well? Do you want to hold the line when the whole family is eating garbage, watching TV, or they're eating garbage at the table, or they're going out to Costco and bringing a whole cart home of processed GMO fungus causing foods? Are you going to hold the line? Who's going to hold the line out there? My God, you want to go to a health food store or a healthy restaurant, you might find 3 in a city. Okay? And if you want to eat unhealthy, you can find 3 on a block. Don't tell me the game's not rigged. And you know what? The reality is you know what I decided a long time ago? I get it. I'm not a people's doctor. The reality is the majority wants somebody who's going to stroke them. 1 out of 10,000 people go, I want everything. I want my life back. I know I have unlimited potential to heal. But that means that I'm going to have to listen to the truth. I'm going to have to take the truth. And the truth isn't meant to hurt you. The truth is meant to set you free. But you don't understand that your subconscious rules, schools, and fools you. And only very small percentage of people are in the present moment. The majority of everybody watching on this show right now, God love you, you're only in the present moment, 2 to 5%. I didn't do that study. That's a major study done. The rest of the time, you're running a program. Now, guess what? Do you know what my main program is? Staying in the present moment, wearing a slight smile, and I don't care if a bomb goes off. I'm going to keep that slight smile, and if I'm not going to have a reaction, if I can't help, I'm going to mind my own business, stay connected to my breath, and not have a fart attack. Anyways, there's fungus for you. And if you want to get rid of fungus, we need to create the perfect day. You need to get a consultation from us. Let me tell you something. I will always stand up for what I say. Because you know what? Take a look what's going on right now. I told you that I was raised in a born-again Christian family. I don't believe in all the things that my father did. But I believe in my Heavenly Father. And I love my father for what he taught me. And I know one thing right now, and you can believe it or don't believe it, or you can think it's a sales pitch. I'm dedicated to every human being on this planet. And you're going to go, yeah, but there's so much going on bad, Dr. Wolf. Well, I don't believe that what's going on wrong right now and the evil is actually being done by some kind of human being. I don't know. I think something crawled up the butt of these guys and it's got them. Whatever the case. So, I don't love and I don't hate them. They're not part of my life. You are. Nancy, I'm thinking I will lose too much weight and I might get too thin if I continue only eat 1 meal a day, though it would be nice because I wouldn't have to cook often and I could spend less money. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. If I would have tried 30 years ago to eat one meal a day, I would have starved out and I would have freaked out because my mind was like runaway horses. And people that have a mind that's a runaway horse are burning calories and energy so fast they're burning up. If you're underweight, then you're just burning yourself up already. And understand something. No, don't do it then. And guess what? When people come to me and they're underweight, what do they need? They need amino acids. They need to buffer down the acidity. That's what they need. So you need somebody intelligent to actually help you do a protocol. Let me tell you something. I'd rather be overweight than underweight any day. Because when you're underweight, that's an autoimmune disease where you're eating yourself out. You get this? When you're overweight, what's happening is, guess what? When you're overweight, you're storing all your dysfunctional emotional stuff that you can't process. And then when's the last time you had a tantrum? Did you go and say, when you're really, I think I want to make a salad? No, you went for the ice cream and the chips, or you didn't eat at all, or you abused yourself and did alcohol, or had a smoke or a toke, or you went and took your medication to dumb yourself down because you can't handle who you are. Right? So the reality is, okay, until you get rid of pushing the panic button, and your panic button is being pushed on a subconscious level. I mean, the reality is, if I could teach everyone to come to my whole life coach certification for 8 days, that is when we have a chance to save lives. That's it. And you can think that's a sales pitch too. But the reality is, repetition is the key to mastering. Oh, come on. How do you get 80%? Right now, it's not 80. In the last week, it's changed. You know what? I drove 30 minutes the other night. 30 minutes. And I only saw 2 people without a mask on, outside, walking. So how do you get all these people wearing a mask outside? I mean, the virus... Oh, okay, I can't even go down that road. Anyways, I'm just trying to tell you, everything's about repetition. Whether you've got... Okay, you're only as smart as your beliefs, and you're only as dumb as your beliefs. 1 hour? We're at 1 hour? Okay, so we got 20 minutes. Can we drink the cleansing tea during the fast? Let me tell you, you're better off to drink the cleansing tea during the fast. Try to do the salt. If you can't do the salt, do the tea. If you find that you're bunging up, if you get bunged up for more than a day, you will quit the fast. So yes, drink the tea the first time if you have a bowel problem. Emma, what about T cells? We stopped making them at 40. That's not true. I have so many products here that are high energy that will help T cells to continually be made. That's not true. You know what they also said? That you stop taking ions off of the calcium that you're breaking off your bones, and that's why we age, and that's why we get osteoporosis, and that's true, and that happens at 30 years old. But now with the ionic calcium therapy, you can have the bone structure of a 30-year-old when you're 90. So... No. You know what? The science is there. The information is all there. But you have to dig under a rock for it. German, dear doc, please, it is important. Can we use borax during the water fasting? Only a pinch. Okay, I don't want to go into it. Anybody you want to go and research it, you can do it. On my Facebook, not my Facebook, Telegram, I put an article on there, and it was called, I can't remember. You know what I'll do? I will repost it on Telegram, and they're actually talking about borax on there, which is boron. And only a pinch 3 times a day in a glass of water. Okay, German? That's fine. Sam, I'm in the UK. What water do I need to use? Can I buy it, or do I need a water system of some kind? Get the best water you can. Let me tell you something. Why don't you go in the... Why don't you go in the area that you live and go in the area that you live and ask where there's a freshwater spring. Try that out for size, and get glass jars. And if you can't do that, get where they filter the water and they can put it in a glass jar. Don't be buying it in a plastic bottle and it's been sitting in there for a day, 3 days, 10 days. Structured water won't go bad in a plastic bottle. Did you know that? Anyways, let's keep going. Helene, what can be done for a 5-year-old child who supposedly has mast cell syndrome? This is where he experiences repeated episodes of symptoms of anaphylaxis, allergic symptoms such as hives, swelling, low blood pressure. Okay, right off the bat, you can give me a call, love, but I'm going to tell you right now. Why doesn't anybody take a look at his bowels? I know I'm right. Why doesn't anybody take a look at his bowels? Shelley, but there's more to it than that, but that's where you start. Shelley, do you have suggestions or products that support exhausted adrenals? Yeah, okay. Stop terrorizing yourself. Stop pushing the panic button. Stop getting anxiety. Understand, the sicker you are, the longer and the stronger you created conflict in your life. No, I didn't. It's not my fault. Hey, listen. The stuff that goes on around me and the phone calls I get, if I took them personal, and understand something, people go, I'm not going to take it personal. And the reality is, are you the type of person that hurts over everything? Oh, that's so bad. Oh. If you do that, you're sick already. You can't do that. You got to protect your heart. You got to feed your spirit. I feel for people, but I'm not going to feel for people to the point I'm going to make myself sick. We have been taught by society that the more we suffer, the more we love. Who made that up? Kimberly, can I use bottled water if I structure it? Absolutely, sweetheart. Karen, I have interstitial cystitis. Okay, everybody, this is chronic pressure on the bladder pain, sometimes pelvic pain. Okay, I'm going to tell you, and she's got lesions. Now, lesions are scar tissue, everybody. Okay, first of all, girl, you got to get the cork out of your butt and get your bowels moving. And then you should be doing the ultimate coffee enema, going to my perfect day guide or the advanced water fasting guide that everybody should have read by now, getting ready for the fasting on April the 8th. And you should be doing the perfect day diet to get yourself ready. Oh my God, when are you going to honor yourself and dishonor the beliefs that they've given you? Why are you honoring the beliefs that they gave you and dishonoring you? Why can't you love yourself? There it is. So pelvic, okay, so understand, you're pooping into your pelvis. It's like a big bowl and it's infected. And that's why you've got bladder problems, because now you reabsorb it. It's got to go through your kidneys and then it comes into the bladder. The bacteria in the poop part is sit in the bladder and it infects the bladder. Big deal. There, rocket science. Now, you're pooping into your pelvis. That causes infection, inflammation, scar tissue formation, trying to wall it off so that you don't get cancer. Yes, that's right. It's trying to protect you. Every disease you have is the body trying to heal or protect you, and I'll prove that in the next article that I put out. Charlene, I ordered the belly button tool and the clapper. I can hardly wait. Would it be okay to clap on my leg? Yes. I have had a hip replacement last year due to very bad fall. I broke my femur and blew the ball joint. Yes, still I'm getting pain down the leg. You want to clap that, and also you can call me if you have an iPhone, or if you don't, if you have Skype, I'll go on with you and I'll show you how to clap it. You can show me the area and I'll show you how to clap it, sweetheart. I would really like to try it on that part of my body if it wouldn't hurt the replacement pieces. Please just call me, and it won't hurt the replacement pieces. But we're going to start gently, loving steps, and then we're going to work our way into it, and then you're going to find out that you're going to love that clapper. And that's a clapper. Everybody should have bought one by now. They're inexpensive. Okay, Lydia. Oh, and they're on sale. 1 minute to midnight. The sale's tonight, guys. Okay, Lydia. How does a person prepare for a fast? You go and you read the 6-day advanced water fasting guide in my library. And it's all spelled out so simple. It tells you everything, why you do it and everything. And guess what? I've got lots of videos in there, don't I, Sean? There's tons of videos. I mean, guys, it's for free. And it's the most powerful healing thing that God has given you. My God, why do you think Jesus did 40 days? Because he wanted to bring his vibration up so that he could get into his super consciousness. Okay, Lydia, how do you do a body flush? Okay, anyways, we've been talking about that the whole time. Chris, I'd be looking at the fasting. I'd be looking at the perfect day guide. It's all in there. Can you take humic and fulvic and tummy love when you have GERD, or will it burn? No, it'll get rid of it. It'll get rid of the GERD. Okay, everybody? That's kind of like heartburn, okay? So just so you know, and it's too much acid. He's got too much acid because he can't swallow things and he can't digest them, and his stomach is spewing up acid also because he's not food combining properly. And he eats when he's anxious. Ruth, I'm stiff all the time. I need the belly button therapy. You certainly do. And here's the belly button therapy, everyone. Okay, it's the most amazing thing you'll ever do. Go to my DIY guide in my library, and you can watch the videos on that, and you can watch the videos on how to do proper exercises. Lydia, can people exercise during fast? Please just go to my DIY guide and do the pelvic squats, pelvic enhancer, do the core twisting. Look at my core twister we've developed, and do the clapping and the skin brushing. These are all exercises. These are the most important exercises, believe it or not. Nancy, what is the belly button therapy massage? Okay. Go to DIY guide in the library and watch the belly button therapy video, guys. Bethane, can you mix cinnamon with Ormus minerals? Yes, you can. Absolutely, love. Tanya, that's our super cinnamon, everybody. Essential oil. She wants to mix them with the Ormus minerals when she's on the fast. Yes, you can do it. Tanya, what do you think about bamboo salt? I think it's amazing. Ryan, can we put distilled water through the structure unit? Yes, absolutely. It brings it back to life, my friend. Why don't you drink a glass of distilled water, Ryan, and see how that feels? Then put a glass through the structure unit and see how it feels. And then I'd like you to come on the show and tell people if I made that up. Yeah, it's going to be lighter, and it's going to have vibrancy and life put into it. That's what structuring does. Krista, will long fast slow or cure cancer or tumors? Let me tell you something. Only the body cures, only the body heals. Dr. Wolf can't cure or heal anyone. I can cure and heal myself, but I can only do it with a perfect day. And that means that you got to learn how to unconditionally love yourself and then do loving things for yourself throughout the day. And you do it every day. And guess what? You never pay again. Deborah, so you're telling me that every virus in your body can be healed without medication, just food and supplements and water. Let me tell you something. I'm telling you that every virus in my body can be healed. I can't control your emotions. I can't control your frequency. I can't control your choices. And that's the truth. And if you're the Deborah that I'm thinking about, are you controlling your emotions? I hope so. You better start trying. Okay? All right, Charmaine, what about juicing leaves? Well, it all depends what leaves. Every leaf does a different thing, and absolutely, I would do it. But check what the leaf does, because every vegetable works on a different part of the body, because it's called the rainbow diet. The rainbow diet and its frequencies. Every vegetable, every food has a different frequency to heal. Okay, Krista, what is the best option of water if you don't have a structured water system? Distilled? No. I would go to look for a spring, or I'd get fresh filtered spring water. And I'd get it in a glass jar. Okay, sale starts tonight at 1 minute before 12. I made it through this. I can't go through and do any questions today, everybody, but I told you we're collecting them. And at 10 a.m., what time is it?
It is 9:10.
9:10. We're doing good, aren't we?
We are.
Okay. Can I slow it down a little bit? God, you know what he does? He stresses me out.
Well, we got Joshua here. We're going to answer some humic fulvic questions.
At 10 o'clock.
That's right.
10 o'clock. We are going to be answering everything that you need to know about humic and fulvic, and also life crystals. Life crystals, everyone. Dr. George Merkel invented these. Oh, and everyone, please don't be afraid to challenge me. Okay? We have the best humic fulvic on the planet, and I can say it, because I researched this for 5 years before we picked where we bought them from. And Joshua is going to be here, and we're the only place on the planet that I know of that sell life crystals. And life crystals were made by Dr. George Merkel. Go to YouTube and put in Dr. George Merkel, and you'll find out that this man was the Einstein of food medicine. And he created these life crystals, and we'll tell you how he made them if you want to join me at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time today. Saturday, March 27th, I've got a couple coming on live, a couple's journey of love and expansion. They're going to be talking about how their relationship, and they thought they were going to, break up. They're going to tell you how they were at a dead end with their jobs. They're going to tell you, and you're going to see how much weight they've lost. Okay? You're going to see what fasting has done for them. You're going to see what coming to my whole life coach has done for them. You're going to see how they learned how to do my Wolf non-surgical body therapy technique. Okay? All right? What has that done for them and how it's changed their life? Okay? And this is not a sales pitch. When you watch this show, you're going to understand something. You can have what they have. You can have it all. You've been taught that you're not deserving. You have been taught that you're not intelligent to look after yourself or even your family. But just remember this, everyone. When we came here, we were handed a health manual that was toxic and twisted. And then you try to help your family, and all it does is stress you out because you can't. And then you got to go running off all the time. 911 emergency, right? Tell me I'm wrong. Sunday, March 28th. We're doing a live doc demo on a beautiful woman. She has she has a tumor in her pineal gland, in her pituitary gland. She has a tumor in her pituitary gland, and she has uterine inflammation. I talk too much and I don't drink enough. Okay, so, and that'll be on Sunday morning. It comes on at 5 a.m., but if you want to go on Facebook, you can see it. It won't be on YouTube or on the other platforms, just on Facebook. It goes on the other ones on Monday. Right, Sean?
That's it.
And then Monday, March the 29th, calcium and ion water fasting. And we're going to prove to you that I was right. And we're going to give you the science to prove that calcium ions create more stem cells than any other product on the planet. When you mix those, when you're doing a water fast, miracles happen. I'll be doing an interview with Jay Lee. And then on Monday, we're going to be doing the healing power of the invisible calcium ion. And that's just me and at 2 o'clock. It's a 20-minute overview, really short, that I just want to kind of give you the bullet on it. And then Tuesday, we've got conversations with Eli. Eli lives in Mexico, and me and Eli took a walk in the jungle, and he's going to tell you about his feelings about life and being an environmentalist at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then on Wednesday, March the 31st at 10 a.m. for 5 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I am unleashing the most amazing show. Half an hour every day. How would you like to clap yourself well? You think I'm kidding? Guess what? It's the invisible blocks that bind you, whether you've got a stiff joint, achy muscles, swelling, redness, whether you've got eczema, whether you've got psoriasis, whether you've got a fibroid, okay? Whether you've got scoliosis, whether you've got stenosis, whether you've got a bladder infection. How am I doing? A to Z, this is what this does. Go watch the video and then tell me I'm wrong. Get yourself a clapper and unleash the power to heal. You know what? Unless you're going to take massive personal action, don't complain and don't explain, because it's not coming. They're not coming to help you. All right? I'll be in Mexico from May the 9th, May 30th. We only have 8 spots left. For the New World Practitioner, you can take the 8-day Whole Life Coach or the Wolf Non-Surgical 11 days, or take them both. I'll be in Kelowna, Canada, British Columbia, June the 5th to the 25th. Wow. You know what? And then I'm going to, after I get done here, I'm just going to go outside. It's beautiful and it's sunny. And I'm just going to chill out for a few minutes and take in the sun. And if you want, everyone, I'm going to show you how beautiful it is in Kelowna, and the sun's out right now. Okay? And I'll just do a little scan for you. And you know what? What do you want to see in your life? Where do you want to be in your life? What's your passion and what's your purpose? And I want you to know something. That which created the universe only loves you. So, whatever you want, it will not come to you if you believe you don't deserve it. So if you believe that you're undeserving, don't ask yourself why you're not getting what you want. Okay? We have been educated to injure ourselves on an emotional and physical level. And I want you to give this some thought. Okay? I want you to start watching how you treat yourself. I want you to get yourself a hairband or get my love bands, Braveheart 321, we got this, and start doing this. This is a kiss. This is a hug. There's a new sheriff in town called love. No, I don't believe in the virus. No, I don't need a mask. No, I'm bigger than this. No. I'm going to embrace nature. I'm going to embrace self-love, self-care. And I'm going to shine my light on the whole world because I am the gift. If you're interested in us having your email, go to docofdetox.com or itirh.com. Give us your email because no matter what, at least if we're able to email you, because I would like to stay connected. Would you like to stay connected with us? If not, don't do it. All right? And like I said, our consultations are $150. We'll give you lifetime support. I'll back it. Don't forget, Tuesdays, except this Tuesday, I will not be doing a live Q&A. It's one of the only Tuesdays ever, but this Tuesday I won't be doing it, but usually I do. Don't forget, when you go to YouTube, make sure that you click on the bell to enable notifications so you never miss a show. But also on Facebook, you can click too, can't you? Right? So that when I come on, it goes, he's on. But don't click it if you don't want to see me, because then I'll be like a terrorist in your life, okay? And just know that all our shows and Q&As are time-stamped and put on YouTube, so you can find whatever topic or question you want. And also, if you want to download just the audio to your phone or somewhere to listen to me, you can go to iTunes, Spotify, or SoundCloud. I hope everybody has the best day of your life, okay? And remember something, it's not good enough to take your power back. You got to keep it. You got to keep it. Are you ready to hold the line, Braveheart? Are you ready to find your Braveheart roar? I hope you are. Because guess what? Until you become this, I am love, I am healed, I am Braveheart. Today and every day, from the moment I rise until I gently close my eyes, I will trust, honor, respect, protect, forgive, and totally love myself. First and foremost, before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. Because I am, I can. I am healed. I am Braveheart. I will shine my light on everybody. And I will hold the line. 3, 2, 1. Find your roar. And so much more. We'll talk later. Good day, I'm Dr. Darrell Wolf. Do you know why you or your friends or your family are struggling with their health? Well, because they've never been given a strategy. And every time they go to see a health practitioner, whether it's medical or natural, all they're doing is getting Band-Aids. What if we were able to create a strategy that you could create the perfect day from the minute you woke up until you went to bed, and then we continue to guide and support you along your journey as you grow, your program grows. And what if you only paid one price, and you had unlimited support and guidance for the rest of your life? That's called the Perfect Day Consultation. How would it feel to you? Better still, how would it change your life to be certified in the most powerful training in regards to the emotional and physical body? Whether you're coming to us to enhance your clinic, or for personal growth, or finally, to live your passion and purpose as a natural health practitioner, you are only limited by your beliefs, but that ends today. We will be holding this New World Practitioner certification in the amazing Casa del Agua facility, 15 minutes from Playa del Carmen in the beautiful Mayan Riviera of Mexico. Can't wait to see your smiling face.
Sage is by far the best teacher I have ever touched base with. I've done a lot of courses out there, a lot of programs, a lot of emotional work, mystery skills, but this really touches, it kind of bridges the emotion and the physical component together.
He's fun and he's thorough. And he doesn't, he's making sure that you know the techniques. And so when we walk away from this particular course and we walk away, we feel confident, and he has given us that confidence.
I took my Touch for Health training in probably about 20 years ago. I also incorporate that into my practice, but it doesn't deal with the crystallization, inflammation, and calcification. So that's why I said that this is kind of the missing puzzle piece that I needed to help people get to their optimal health.
That's the moment where you leave and you become a complete professional in what you do and in your business. You leave with the ability to be a total professional at what you do.
You can deal with the emotions and let that go. 2, I can deal with the physical. But what we're doing with this non-surgical is you're combining the emotion and physical together.
And this is the component that now I can help others. And now I'm here and I am trained and I am certified and I can take this and I can help you.
Something about this spoke to me so true. The mind-body connection and being energy beings. It's profound, and I want to share it with others so that they can have the tools to feel this love and heal themselves.
And you as a practitioner or a doctor will be that guide to help see them transform and help support them through their conflict resolution, I call it, or making peace with things that have been unresolved.
Give me a call. This is your time to shine. Just remember, all questions matter because your life matters. You matter. If you're looking for life-saving and life-changing information, well, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Stay connected.